that is equal to 0, 0, 0. Okay. So this is the system of equation. This is the system of equation. So this system of equation will give you like this: 2 minus 1. 1 second, I am writing that one. 1 minus 2, 3, 1, 0, 1, and this one is 1, 3, minus 2, all into x1, x2, x3, and that is equal to 0, 0, 0. How we are getting this one? From this expression. From this expression. Hereafter I will not do like this we are getting. Directly we can subtract from the diagonal element the eigenvalue and we can form this one. Okay. The first problem I am doing everything. Then, now how can we formulate the system of equation here? You see, first of all you see that this row, they doesn't depend upon each other. Each rows of the matrix are independent. They are not depending on the other thing. Okay. So that's why you can write the thing here, or I will now form the system of equation, then I will try to solve the equation. But when I will do the next problem, without writing the system of equation also, from here you can able to find it. So first I will do the systematic way. This into x1, minus 2 into x2, minus 2x2, 3 into x3 plus 3x3 equal to 0. Equal to 0. Then go to second equation, second row. 1 into x1, 0 into x2 plus 0 into x2 plus 1 into x3 is equal to 0. Okay. Similarly, third row, 1 into x1, 3 into x2, 3x2, minus 2 into x3, minus 2x3 equal to 0. Okay. So this is your system, linear system of equation. You know how to find the solution for linear system of equation? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Cross multiplication. Do you remember the method of cross multiplication?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. we remember.
Yes, sir.
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, anyhow, do you know any method to solve the system of equation?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So you, whatever method you like, you can solve it. But here, to save your time, I am giving you the method of cross multiplication. How the method will work? Suppose I want to find the solution for x1. So x1 divided by, when you are taking the first unknown x1, you neglect the column and row associated with x1. Then what will be the other thing? 0 into minus 2, this 2 into this. Like here, 0 into 2, 3 into this. So 0 into minus 2 minus 1. Okay, is equal to alternative sign, plus minus plus. So minus x2 is the second element, second unknown. So if I x2, what I will do? I will neglect the rows and the column associated with that, with the negative sign, and then what I will do? This into this, this into this. So that is nothing but 1 into minus 2, and this into this. This into this means this into this, minus 1 into 1. That is equal to plus minus plus alternatively. Okay. And then x3 divided by, x3 means this column, this row. Now remaining term is 1 into 3. 1 into 3 minus 1 into 0. Minus 1 into 0. Okay. So this is called cross multiplication method. Method of cross multiplication to solve the system of equation. Okay. And so finally you can have x1 divided by 0 into minus 2, 0, 3 into 1, so minus 3 is equal to minus of x2 divided by 1 into minus 2 minus 1 minus 1 into 1 minus 1. So that is minus 3 is equal to, what is x3? x3 1 into 3 minus 0. So x3 by 3. So what is the common term in every expression?
3.
What is the common in every expression?
3.
3. So you can normalize that one. You can take 3 common and you can further write it as x1 by minus 1 is equal to, here minus into minus plus, x2 by 1 is equal to x3 by 1. You can normalize that one. That is called normalization of a matrix. That means you are taking 3 common from each. 3 common from each of the expression. So the coefficient of x1 will be x1, the coefficient of x2 will be x2, and the coefficient of x3 will be x3. Then what is the corresponding vector? X equal to x1, x2, x3. x1 is nothing but minus 1, x2 is nothing but 1, x3 is nothing but 1. So this is the matrix corresponding to lambda equal to 1. Is it fine?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
this is Cramer's rule.
Cramer's rule also you can say, but Cramer's rule little bit different. Cramer's rule means you have to find the determinant. Here also we are finding it exactly Cramer's rule only. Okay. Cramer's rule means what you do, using if the solution exists, the determinant is non-zero, we can find x1 equal to delta 1 by x1 by delta 1 and x2 by delta 2, x3 by delta 3, like that Cramer's rule only. Okay.
Sir, how
So
is
this
x minus
x1,
1?
x1, x2, x3 will be minus 1, 1 and 1.
Sir,
So this is the
x3 you have
item
written minus 1.
Sorry?
X3 you have written minus 1.
No, minus 1. That is plus 1 only.
Sir, and before x2 you
Minus
also added minus.
Where?
Before x2.
x2 is, you see here, minus is already above. And minus is down.
Yes, sir, the below one.
Minus will
Sir,
be plus.
the last
the column
one,
matrix.
matrix of x.
No, this is that previous sign.
Thank you, sir.
That is the previous sign. Okay. So like this you have to find. So you found it? You understood it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so you understood.
Understood, sir.
Yes, sir.
You will go to the second one. What is the second one? For lambda equal to 3. For lambda equal to 3. Lambda equal to 3. What will be the matrix for lambda equal to 3? Can you tell me?
So minus 1 minus lambda.
For lambda
Minus
equal to
2.
3. A minus 3i of x equal to 0. Can you tell me what will be that?
Minus 1, minus 2, 3.
Yeah. So 2 minus 3 is minus 1. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. And minus 2, 3. 1. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. And this one will be nothing but 1. Again 1, 3. Minus 2 minus 3 is
Minus 4.
minus 4 into x1, x2, x3 is equal to 0, 0, 0. Everybody understood this one, or anybody has any doubt? You tell me.
No, sir.
Up to this it is fine, no?
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay. Now you can have the system of equation in first state, whether any rows and columns are depending each other. Whether
No, sir.
any rows and columns are depending each other.
No, sir. No.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. So it is all rows are independent. All rows are independent. And that's why what we will do, we can able to use the Cramer's rule. You can be able to use the Cramer's rule. And so now tell me, what will be your x1 coefficient? X1 means this one. When you are taking the first element, you neglect the first row, first column. So remaining thing will be minus 2 into minus 4 is 8. And 1 into 3 will be minus 3. Okay? And then go to the second, minus x2 divided by, when you are going for x2 here, you neglect the column as well as the row. So now remaining term will be 1, 1, 1 minus 4. So 1 into minus 4 is minus 4. 1 into 1 is minus 1. Okay? And then what will be x3? What will be x3? Tell me.
3 plus 2.
x3 means this one. So
3 plus 2.
1 into 3 is 3. 1 into minus 2 is plus 2. Okay. So finally, what are you getting? x1 by 5, x2 by 5, because this is minus 5. So 5 is equal to x3 by 5. Finally, what will be the value of x1, x2, x3? What is the common?
1. 5 is common
So,
and 1 will
x1 by 1, x2 by 1, x3 by 1. And so what is the vector x?
1.
What is the
One.
item vector x?
Question, sir. I have a question.
Sorry?
I have a question, sir. जो हमने the matrix that we formed by subtracting 3 from the main diagonal elements, we got the first element as minus 1. So if we multiply the first row with first column, we'll get minus x1, no?
Sorry?
We'll get minus x1, right? If we multiply the first row and first column. Sir, the matrix was minus 1, minus 2, 3. So the first row was minus 1, minus 2, and 3, and x1,
Yes.
x2, and x3. So minus x, it should be minus x1, right?
No, we are taking x1 is the position. X1 is the position. So for that position, we have to consider other element which is not associated with that position.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Got it or not?
So we are neglecting the
Yes, sir. Yes.
Then you are taking the coefficient. I
Yeah,
am
sir, got
taking
it.
the position. Okay. And so what will be x2? x2 will be nothing but 1, 1, 1. This is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to
3.
corresponding to lambda equal to
3.
okay. This is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 3. Now in the similar way, let us find out the eigenvalue corresponding to a vector corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2. Then what will be the matrix? A minus of minus 2 plus 2i of x equal to 0. What will be the equation then? Tell me. In the main diagonal element, we will add 2. We will add 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 2, 3, and this is 1, and this will be how much? 1 plus 2 is 3, and this is 1. And then the second one will be 1, and 3, minus 2, minus 1 plus 2 is 1, into x1, x2, x3 is equal to 0, 0, 0. Now you check here whether any rows are dependent. Any rows
Sir, I
and
have a
any
question.
So row 2 and row 3 are same.
second and third rows are
Same.
identical. Nothing, they are linearly dependent. Okay. So if we want to use the Cramer's rule, what we will get? We will get the determinant 0. We will get the this into this minus this into this. We will get 0. So if denominator 0 means it is meaningless, undefined. So we cannot go for the previous method, means Cramer's rule we cannot use. We cannot use Cramer's rule. So for that, what we have to do, we have to form a system of equation here. So what will be the system of equation? Can you tell me here? Yes, please tell me what is the system of equation here?
4x1
This into x1
4x1
minus
minus
2x2
2x2 plus
plus
3x2.
3x.
plus 3x3 is 0. Go to the second equation.
x1
x1
plus
plus
3x2
3x2 plus
3.
Plus x3.
no need to write the third equation. No need to write the third equation. Why?
It's the same.
Because they are same. They are same. So we have two equations and how many unknowns? We have
Three
unknowns.
three unknowns. Can we have the unique solution?
No, sir.
Like before, we have the unique solution. But can we have the unique solution?
No, sir.
No, sir.
We will have infinitely many solutions. We will have infinitely many solutions because one of the variable is free variable. One of the variable is free variable. So suppose I can consider x3 is 0, then I can have x1, x2, two solution. Okay. If I consider x2, I can have x1, x3 solution. If I consider x1, I can have x2, x3 solution. Like that, I have many solutions, infinitely many solutions. Okay. So we don't have the infinite solution. We don't have the unique solution. And so for that purpose, how can we solve? From U1 equation, you express the one term in terms of other two and replace in the first one. So what we will do, if I say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2, from equation 2, we have x3 is equal to minus x1 plus 3x2. Okay. x3 equal to minus x1 plus 3x2. Now put in equation 1. Put in equation 1. You can say put the value of x3 in equation 1. Put the value of x3 in equation 1. So if I put in equation 1, what will happen? 4x1 minus 2x2 and plus 3 into, this is minus, so this I will write minus, and this 3 into x1 plus 3x2 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. And so finally what we will get? 4x1 minus 3x1, we will have x1. And minus 2x2 minus 9x2.
11x2.
Minus 11x2 equal to 0. Now tell me how many equations, how many unknowns are there?
Two equations, two unknowns.
How many equations, how many unknowns are there?
Two equation, two unknowns.
But two unknowns.
Hmm.
From the two original equation, we found one variable in terms of other two variables, and we substituted in the remaining equation. The remaining equation reduced to this one, x1 minus 11x2. And so from here, what will be your x1?
11x2.
11x2.
11x2. Now if x1 is equal to 11x2, what will be your x3? What will be your x3?
Minus 14x2.
14x2.
So x3 is minus x1 plus 3x2. So x1 is 11x2 plus 3x2. And so we will have minus 14x2. Now, in these two expressions, what do you feel? Which one is the free variable? Depending upon which variable, we can able to
X2,
find out the
X2.
free variable.
X2.
x2. So x2 is the free variable. x2 is the free variable. It may be 0, it may be 1, it may be 2, it may be minus 1, it may be minus 2. It may be any real number. It may be any real number. And so x2 is the free variable. x2 is the free variable. So let x2 equal to k. K be any real number. k be any real number. Then x1 is equal to 11k and x3 is equal to minus 14k. Now can you tell me what will be the final eigenvector? What will be the x3 corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2? You have x1, x2, x3. But you know the value of x1. What is the value of x1?
11k.
11k.
11k. What is
K.
the value of
K.
x2?
K.
K. What is the value
Minus
of
14k.
minus 14k. Now you can normalize it. How can you normalize it?
K
A
remove K.
common.
Normalize it, you take k common. You
K common.
take k common. So if
11,
you
1
take
minus
common,
14.
what is the remaining term? 11, 1
Minus
minus
14.
14. So this is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2. This is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to minus 2. Yeah, is it clear to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the case when all eigenvalues are distinct. All the eigenvalues are distinct. Okay. Now I will do one problem where eigenvalues are repeated. Some eigenvalues are repeated. In that case, we will do? What we will do? So totally we will discuss 3 cases. All the eigenvalues are distinct. How can we find the eigenvalues and eigenvector? Eigenvalues are distinct means eigenvector. And another case is for any square matrix, if some of the eigenvalues are repeated. Okay. Then how can we find the eigenvector? And third thing will be if it is a symmetric matrix and some of the eigenvalues are repeated. Then how can we find the thing? Because if it is symmetric matrix, all the eigenvalues are distinct. We will do the method which we did now. If all the eigenvalues are distinct, the problem will come when the eigenvalues are repeated. That's why special cases we will do. Okay. Now the next problem is it is any square matrix, but the eigenvalues are repeated. Okay. Find the eigenvalues and eigenvector. Find the eigenvalues and eigenvalues and eigenvector of for the matrix A is equal to 2 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 3 2 and 3 3 4 3 3 4. Okay, this is the matrix. This is your matrix. So first of all, we have to find the characteristic equation. How can we find the characteristic equation? How can we find the characteristic equation? Solution. How can we find the characteristic equation? Tell me.
By subtracting lambda from the diagonals.
A minus lambda I.
Equal to 0. Okay. And this is nothing but lambda cube minus s1 lambda plus s2 s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda minus equal to 0. Equal to 0. Now what is your s1? Tell me. What is your s1?
So 9.
9.
What is your s1?
9.
2, 3 plus 4. 2 plus 3 plus 4. And that is equal to 9. Now what is your s2? What is your s2?
15.
S2 means minor of 2 is 3, 2, 3, 4 determinant plus minor of 3. Minor of 3 is nothing but, yes, 2, 1, 3, 4, determinant, plus minor of this 4 is nothing but 2, 1, 2, 3. Now you find the value of this. What will be that? This is 12 minus 6. 12 minus 6. And this is plus 8 minus 3. Plus 8 minus 3. Plus this one is 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is equal to how much, you tell me?
15.
5 plus 4. 6
15.
plus 5 plus 4.
15.
What is that? 15. Okay. Now what is your S3? Determinant of this one. Determinant of this, determinant of A is equal to 2 into 12 minus 6 minus 1 into 8 minus 6 and plus 1 into 6 minus 9. 6 minus 9. So, what is the value? Tell me.
7.
7. It is 7. So you are having S1 equal to 9, S2 equal to 15, S3 equal to 7. And so what is the characteristic equation? What is the characteristic equation? Lambda cube minus 9 lambda square plus 15 lambda minus 7
7.
equal to 0. This is the characteristic equation. Okay. Now you find the value of lambda. Factorize this one.
So lambda equals to 1 is a common root here.
Yes.
Lambda equals to 1 is the root.
1, sir.
So lambda equal to 1 is a root. Yes,
Yes.
or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Repeated root.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes. Lambda equal to 1 is a root. So lambda minus 1 will be the factor. So we will arrange it to find lambda minus 1. This implies lambda cube minus lambda square minus 8 lambda square. And then in order to get minus 1, what I will do? Plus 8 lambda plus 7 lambda minus 7 equal to 0. Equal to 0. So lambda minus 1 minus 8 lambda minus 1 plus 7 lambda minus 1 equal to 0. So lambda minus common, remaining term will be lambda square minus 8 lambda plus 7 equal to 0. Now again you factorize this one, what you will get? Lambda minus 1. Again here if you factorize you will get
Lambda minus 7.
0. Okay. Now you see here, lambda minus 1 and lambda minus 1 are repeating twice. And so from here what will be the lambda? 1, 1 and 7. 1, 1 and 7. These are the eigenvalues. Now there are two eigenvalues which are same, repeated. There are two eigenvalues which are same. Okay. So same means eigenvector will be same. But we have 3 means we need at least 3 eigenvectors. At least or at most we need 3 eigenvectors. 3 eigenvalues we are having means we should have 3 eigenvectors. Then only we are correct. If we have 3 eigenvalues and we are finding 2 eigenvectors, then that is not the correct thing. Okay. So here 3 eigenvalues, we need to find 3 eigenvectors. So for the lambda equal to 7, we don't have any problem. So let us find for lambda equal to 7 and we will think about lambda equal to 1 and 1. So for lambda equal to 7, what is the eigenvalue? What is the eigenvector? How can we find? What is your matrix? Matrix A is 2. Yes, tell me 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Next.
2, 3, 2.
So lambda equal to what is the vector means a matrix, given matrix 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2,
3, 3, 4.
3, 3, 4. This is the matrix. Now for lambda equal to 7, I have to subtract lambda from each main diagonal. So A minus lambda I of X, we can take X equal to X1, X3. Let X equal to X1, X2 and X3. And so what will happen here? This will be 2 minus 5, 1, 1, 2, 3 minus 7, minus 4, and 2, 3, 3, 7, minus 3. Okay, into X1, X2, X3 to 0, 0, 0 is equal to 0, 0, 0. Okay. Now whether any rows are identical?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, then you can go for Cramer's rule. So according to the Cramer's rule, the element in this position x1 is equal to minus into minus 4 into minus 3, 12, and 2 into 3, minus 6 is equal. For this position x2 will be negative, and then what will be the element? This column, this row will be not there. So minus 6, and this
Minus
2 is
6.
minus 6. Okay, and then what will be x3? This column, this row. So 6 plus
Plus
12.
12.
12. Okay. So finally, what is the thing you are having? X1 by 6, X2 by 12, and X3 by 18.
18.
Okay, X3 by 18. Now, what is the common everywhere?
6.
6.
What is the common everywhere?
6.
6.
6. So we can normalize this, and you can write X1 by 1, X2 by 2, and X3 by 3. Okay. And so what will be your X? What will be your X? Tell
1,
me.
2, 3.
Yeah.
1,
X
1,
will be
1,
1, 2, and 3. You can say X1. For lambda equal to 7, you can denote it as X1. So X1 equal to 2 and 3. Now let us go for lambda equal to 1. Let us go for lambda equal to 1. For first lambda, we don't have problem. For the second lambda, we will have the problem. So for lambda equal to 1, what will be the system of equation you see? Equal to 1? Yes, tell me, for lambda equal to 1, what will be the system of equation? 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2 minus 1 is 1. So 1, 1, 1,
2, 2, 2.
2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 3.
okay,
3, 3, 3.
3, 3, 3.
3. Okay, into x1, x2, x3 is equal to 0, 0. Equal to 0, 0, and 0. Now, can you able to find any rows are dependent or independent?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Dependent.
We take 2 and 1 common or
Yes, sir.
Dependent.
So,
3
yes.
columns, sir.
rows are dependent. 3 rows are dependent. Because if I take the starting row as 1, 1, 1, if I multiply that one, I will get second row. If I multiply the first row with 3, I will get the third row. So all are identical. All identical with some constant multiple. Okay. And so no need to write 3 expression. We will have only one expression, x1, x2, x3 is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. So how many equations, how many unknowns are there?
One equation, three.
How
unknowns.
many
One equation, three.
One equation and three unknowns.
Yeah. So one equation, three unknowns. Can we have the unique solution? Can we have the solution?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
We cannot have the unique solution. So what we will have? We will have infinite many solutions. We will have infinitely
Infinite
many
solution.
solutions. Okay. That means you put any one of the variable 0 and you can find the other two relation. If you put any one of them 0 and you can find any other. So put x1 equal to 0. Suppose we will x1 equal to 0. It is not mandatory that always you take x1 equal to 0. You can take x2 0 and find the relation between x2 and x3. Okay. And similarly, if you put x3 equal to 0, you find the relation between x1 and x2. That is up to you. There is no means you have to put x1 only 0. It is not like that. Okay. So if I put x1 equal to 0, what other things remain? x2 plus x3 equal to 0. Okay. So from this we can have x2 equal to minus x3 or x3 equal to minus x2. x3 equal to minus x2. So from this expression, which one is the free variable? Which one is the free variable? Which one is the free variable? Can you able to see?
Sir, x2.
X2.
x2 is the free variable because if x2 we can able to calculate x3. x1 is fixed. What is the fixed value? That is we consider as 0. Okay. And so x2 is the free variable. So we consider x2. x2 is equal to k. If we consider x2 equal to k, what will be your x3? That is equal to minus k. That is equal to minus k. So can you tell me what will be your x2? What will be your capital
Zero.
x2?
Zero,
Yes.
K minus K.
Zero. x2 is
K minus K. K.
k and this one is minus k. Now what is the common in every?
Sir, k.
0 means 0 into k is again 0. So k is already there. Okay. That's why what is the common?
K.
What is k? If I take k common, what is the normal? What is the remaining
0,
term?
1, minus 1.
1 minus 1.
So this is the eigenvalue corresponding to lambda equal to 1. 1 lambda, first lambda. Okay. Now how can we find out the other value eigenvector to another lambda? How can we find the other eigenvector corresponding to another eigenvalue lambda equal to 1? For first eigenvalue lambda, this we got. Now next case is for another lambda equal to 1 is there, no?
Sir,
For
a
that,
doubt
how
is
can
there,
we
sir.
able to find? Sorry?
Sir, simple doubt, sir. Sir, when we got, sir, x1 plus x2 plus x3 equals to 0, then, sir, why we put only x1 equals to 0, sir, means?
So that only I told, it's not compulsory that you take x1 only 0. I consider x1 0 and I found the relation between x2 and x3. You can take x3 0, find out x1 and x2, and so for that only I am going to tell you.
Okay.
Next
Okay,
eigenvector I will obtain like that.
okay, sir.
Understood? Because
sir.
three variables, there will be three variables, there will be three variables. Okay? There will be two free variables. x1 0, x2 0, or x1 0, x3 0, or x2 0, x3 0. There are three possibilities. Because one equation, one unknown is okay. But here one equation, three unknowns. So there will be three variables. You can select any value of the variables. Clear?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, x3 can also be a free variable.
Yes, x3 can also be 0. Let us check now. Okay, it will be clear. So for first lambda equal to 1, we can say
Sir, you tell me how to know the free variable. How can we find free variable?
no, actually, how many equations are there?
One equation.
How many equations are there?
One equation.
One equation there. Okay,
Yes, sir.
how many variables are there?
Three.
Three variables are there. So for one equation, one variable solution we can find.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I will give you a1 x1 plus a b1 x2 equal to 0 and a2 x1 plus b2 equal to 0. So how many equations, how many unknowns?
Sir, two equation, two
Two
unknown.
equations, two unknown.
Two equations, two unknowns. So we can able to find x2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Two unknowns are there, x1 and x2. Two equations are there. So we can able to find out x1 and x2 explicitly.
Yes,
Means
sir.
that will be easy. There is
Yes,
no
sir.
other solution except that one. Understood?
Yes, sir.
But
Yes, sir.
if I write one equation table, suppose x1 plus x2 equal to 0. Can you tell me what is the value of x1, x2 so that it will be unique and it will satisfy the equation?
Sir, x1
Can you
equal to
tell me?
minus of x2. x1 equal to
X1
minus of x2.
x2 equal to what?
x2 equal to 1.
x1 equals to minus x2.
Okay, that is fine. But now this thing is, he will get his answer. That's why I am telling. So you are putting x1 equal to minus 1, x2 equal to 1, and you are getting the solution.
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no?
Yes, sir.
Why you took x1 equal to minus 1? Why x2 is not minus 1? If you
So we
take
can-
x2 also, it will be satisfied, no?
Yes, sir.
Why you are taking x1 only minus 1? Because one variable is free. We can select here x2 equal to minus x1. So x1 you can take any variable. Depending upon that, we will get x2.
Okay, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
x1 is the free variable. X1 is the free variable.
Okay, sir.
Similarly, here one equation, three unknowns. So how many variables will be free?
So 1.
No, one equation, three variables.
Yes, sir.
So how many variables are free?
The two variables will be free and we.
So those are the free variables. Understood
Okay,
now?
sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And so this is x1 plus x2 plus x, another lambda. For another lambda equal to 1, we will have the same equation. For another lambda equal to 1, same thing only we will get.
Sir,
Same thing
could
only
you
we will.
repeat it again, sir? We were not able to hear you, sir. It was a big lag, sir.
Sorry?
Sir, could you repeat that thing again, sir? What you explained just now?
This one.
Yes,
Whatever
sir.
thing I have written, those things, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You see, for the lambda equal to 1, already we derived the equation now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For lambda equal to 1. Again, I will put lambda equal to 1, then same equation I will get.
Right.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I will not write the same eigenvector which I have written before.
Yes, sir.
So before what I have taken x1 equal to 0 and
Now
x2
we can
is
take x2.
right.
X2.
Now, in order to get another solution, what will happen since there are two variables? So let me take x2 equal to 0. Let me take x2 equal to 0. And so x2 equal to 0 means x1 plus x3 will be remaining term 0. And so from here we can have x3 equal to minus x1. x3 equal to minus x1. Then what is the free variable here?
Sir, x1.
x1.
X1. So right. Therefore, take x1 is the free variable. x1 is the free variable. And so what will be the capital X3? x1 is the free variable means you can take x1 is equal to k.
Sir,
K
k is 0
0
minus k.
So what will be your x3?
K is 0 minus k.
K 0
Minus k.
minus k. And so if you take the common term,
So
then what
1
will
0
be?
minus 1.
1 0 minus. Now you check the previous eigenvector and these eigenvectors are linearly independent. Okay. Understood now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So for the repeated eigenvalues, we will have more free variables, and so we can consider one of them as 0, and we will find the other relation, and from there we can able to construct the other eigenvector. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So we discussed so far two cases. One is all eigenvalues are distinct, and this one is if some eigenvalues are repeated. In case of any square matrix, we have not put any restriction on the matrix. Okay, it may be any square matrix, but the eigenvalues are repeated. The eigenvalues are repeated. Now another problem we will do if it is symmetric matrix and the eigenvalues are repeated. Okay. Now next question is symmetric matrix. First, before going to the problem, write the definition of symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix. Okay. A square matrix or a matrix, a square matrix. A square matrix, again you will be confused with this A. So you write any square matrix. Any square matrix A is said to be symmetric matrix if A is equal to A transpose. If A is equal to A transpose. Okay. So if the matrix is equal to its transpose, then the matrix is known as symmetric matrix. This T stands for transpose. This T stands for transpose. If A equal to A transpose, then the matrix A is said to be symmetric matrix. Symmetric matrix. Now, my thing again, another definition you write: orthogonal matrix. Orthogonal matrix. Because this concept we will use here. Orthogonal matrix or matrices. When we are talking about orthogonal, there must be at least two matrices. Okay, orthogonal matrices. The two matrices X1, the two column matrices. Two column matrices X1 and X2 are said to be orthogonal. matrices, column matrices, x1 and the column matrix S1 and S2 are said to be orthogonal if and only if x1 transpose into dot x2 equal to 0. If the dot product of the transpose of one matrix with the other matrix is 0, you may be knowing the difference between dot product and cross product. So if the dot product of the transpose of one column matrix with the other column matrix equal to 0, then x1 and x2 are said to be orthogonal. If x1 transpose dot x2 equal to 0, then x1 and x2 are transposed. It may be column matrix, it may be any other matrix. But here we will consider the eigenvector as column vector. That's why I am writing column matrix. Okay, because we will use the concept of orthogonality for the column
Sir,
matrix.
can you give an example?
Sorry?
Sir, can you give an example of orthogonal matrix?
We will discuss now. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Suppose I will take here x1 equal to, it's just for the randomly you can select, no problem. 1, 0, 0. This is the, if x1 equal to 1, 0, 0. Okay. 1, 0, 0. So what is the transpose of this one? Transpose of this one will be x1 transpose will be 1, 0, 0. So we will have here 1. So it is not possible. And so what we will take, if we take x1, x2, we need x2. So suppose x2 equal to 0, 1, 0. x2 equal to 0, 1, 0. Now you find the product of this one. What are you getting? You find out what is your x1 transpose? What is the x1 transpose?
Sir, 0, 0, 1.
No, 1, 0, 0 is there. What will be the transpose of this?
1, 0,
It
0.
will become column.
0.
It will be a row matrix.
Row matrix.
It will be a row matrix. Now this is the x1 transpose. This is the x1 transpose. Now can you tell me what is the x1 transpose dot x2?
0.
That will be nothing but 0. This is non-zero matrix or non-zero column matrix. This is also non-zero column matrix. And if I take the transpose of x1 and if I find the dot product with x2, I am getting 0. And so these two matrices are orthogonal to each other. Okay, and those two matrices are orthogonal to each other. Now understood, no? Is it fine?
Yes,
That's
sir.
fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, with this concept, let us find out the eigenvalues and eigenvector of a symmetric matrix. And the eigenvalues must be repeated. So we'll take an example. The title will be symmetric matrix with repeated eigenvalue. You say eigenvectors of symmetric matrix with repeated eigenvalue. Repeated eigenvalues. Okay. Eigenvalues will be repeated. In the matrix itself will be symmetric. Then just before we did, it is not a symmetric matrix, but eigenvalues are repeated. We just solve it. Now this is the case if it is symmetric and the eigenvalues are repeated. How can we find the thing? So let us take one example. Yeah. Example is find the eigenvalues and eigenvector. Find the eigenvalues and eigenvector. Find the eigenvalues and eigenvectors for the matrix A is equal to 6 minus 2 and 2. Next, minus 2, 2. And then remaining elements are 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1, minus 1, 3. Now, whether this matrix is symmetric or not, you check. How could you check it?
So taking it transpose.
It is symmetric. How could you check? This is row, this is column. So if I integrate the row into column, there will be no change. Again, you can check this element is equal to this element. This element is equal to this element. This element is equal to this element. We don't bother about the diagonal element. So if these are the main diagonal elements, these are the other diagonal elements. So these two elements are equal, these two elements are equal, these two elements are equal. Then if we take transpose of this one, we will get A itself. We will get A itself. So this is a symmetric matrix. This is a symmetric matrix. Now you can find out A minus lambda determinant. What will be that? What is your S1? If you find it, you can get S1 is equal
Sum of
to
diagonals, sir.
S1 is equal to minus 12.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. S1 is
Sir,
equal
12.
to how much?
12.
12, sir, 12.
To 12. And S2 will be nothing but S2 will be the determinant that will be nothing but 36. S2 will be 36. So here 3 into 3 9 minus into minus 1 minus, so 9 minus 1 8. And for this element we have this column and this row. So 18 minus 4 14. So here what you are getting 8 plus 14. And for this element 18 plus this is minus this is
22, sir.
minus
22.
14. So 14 plus 14. 28.
Ah, so 14, 14.
36. Okay. So that will be 36. Then what will be S3? What will be your S3?
The data of the matrix, sir.
32. That is nothing but 32. So S1 will be 12, S2 equal to 36, S3 equal to 32. And so your characteristic equation is lambda cube minus 36 lambda square or 12 lambda square plus 36 lambda and minus 32 equal to 0. Now can you tell me what are the eigenvalues? What will be the eigenvalues? The eigenvalues will be 2, 2 and 8. 2, 2 and 8. You put lambda equal to 8 minus 24 plus 72 minus 32. So it is 24 minus 32 and you add these two, you will find that it will satisfy. Okay. And similarly, you can go for lambda equal to 8, you will get it. So you just find lambda cube minus 2 lambda square. Okay. 2 lambda square means what is the remaining term? Minus 10 lambda square. Okay. And here you want to get 2. So plus 20 lambda. Then here you will have 16 plus 16 lambda. And then minus 32 equal to 0. And so you will have lambda square into lambda minus 2 minus 10 into 10 lambda into lambda minus 2 and plus 16 into lambda minus 2 equal to 0. And so you will have lambda minus 2 common. Then the remaining term will lambda square minus 10 lambda plus 16 equal to 0. Again, if you factorize that one, that will be lambda minus 2 into lambda minus 8. So this is the thing we will get. So that implies lambda minus 2 whole square into lambda minus 8 equal to 0, and so lambda equal to 2, 2, and 8. Lambda equal to 2, 2, and 8. So these are the eigenvalues. These are the eigenvalues. Now for lambda equal to 8, you don't have any problem. For lambda equal to 8, you don't have any problem. So what will be the eigenvalue for lambda equal to 8? For lambda equal to 8, what will be the eigenvalue? The eigenvector? Tell me. 6 minus 8 is minus 2, and 2. And second one will be minus 2 and 3 minus 8. 3 minus 8 is minus 5, and then minus 1. Third row will be 2 minus 1, and next one will be minus 5 into x1, x2, x3 is equal to 0, 0, 0. Equal to 0, 0, 0. Now, none of the rows are identical. None of the rows are identical. So you can use the Cramer's rule. What is the Cramer's rule? For this position, x1 divided by minus into minus plus. So 25, and this is minus into minus plus minus 1 is equal to minus x2 divided by this position, this column, this row. So this is plus 10 and this is plus 2 is equal to x3 by this position. This position means 2 and plus 10. So finally, what is the value you are getting? X1 by 24 is equal to x2 by minus x2 by 12 is equal to x3 by 12. So what is the eigenvector corresponding to lambda equal to 8?
2 minus 1, 1.
2 minus 1 and 1. So for lambda equal to 8, eigenvector is for lambda equal to 8, x1 is equal to 2 minus 1 and okay. Now for one eigenvalue lambda equal to 2, we will find the eigenvector and then we will think about for the other thing. So now for lambda equal to 2, first lambda equal to 2 I am considering. Then what will be the thing here? Can you tell me? What will be the thing? If I take lambda equal to 2, 6 minus 2, 6 minus
4
2
minus 2, 2.
2, 2. And in the second row?
Minus 2, 1, minus 1.
Minus 1.
Minus 1. Third row?
Minus
2,
1.
2 minus 1?
1.
1.
2 minus 1? 1. Into x1, x2, x3 is equal to 0, 0. Now tell me, any of the rows are identical?
No.
Whether any row is identical?
Sorry.
First and third row.
Pending.
Tell me.
Sir, first row
All
and
rows are identical. All rows are if I take
If we multiply the first row with 2, then we can get, sir.
yes.
Sir,
So
second
only one linearly independent row is there. Only one linearly independent row is there. Because if I consider this one and if I multiply minus, I will get the second row. Okay.
Yes, sir. That also.
2 is the third row, we will get the first row. So only one linearly independent row. And so what is the row thing you tell me? Instead of
2x1
2x1 minus x2 plus x3.
plus x3 equals to 0.
plus x3 is equal to, no need to write all the things. No need to write all the things. And so what will be the, how many equations, how many unknowns are there?
So
One
one equation,
equation,
3
three
unknowns.
Equation 3 unknowns.
10 equations,
3
2 unknowns are there. Okay. So if it is the thing, how can we find? There are three variables. There are 2 variables. So you can consider any one of them 0, and you find the relation with the other thing. So put x1 equal to 0. Put x1 equal to 0. Then what is the other two relation you will get?
x2 equals to
That
x3.
implies x3 equal to x2. So which one is the free variable?
x2.
Which one is the free variable? X2 is the free variable. X2 is the free variable. Always we write the higher term in terms of lower term. X3 we should write in terms of x1 or x2. Okay. And so this is the thing. So put x equal to k. If we put x equal to k, x2 equal to k, x2 equal to k, then what will be x2?
0 kk.
0 kk.
K. And so finally what will you get?
0 1 1.
0 1 1.
0, 1. Okay. Now, this is one of the eigenvectors for lambda equal to 2. Another lambda equal to 2 is there. But if it's not a symmetric matrix, then we can take a 2 equal to 0 and again we can solve like this and we can find it. But the matrix is symmetric, we cannot do like that way. In that way, we cannot do. So instead of that one, we will use the orthogonal property. We have x1, we have x2. We don't know x3. We don't know x3. So what we will do, since the given matrix is symmetric matrix. So let x3 is equal to x1, x2, and x3. Let x3 equal to x1, x2, x3. Okay? Or you can consider ABC. Right? So you can consider A, B. After this, I have another class. C and B. After that, I will. So x3 equal to A, B, C. Now we will use the orthogonal property with x1 and x2. Remember, if it is a symmetric matrix, all the eigenvectors of symmetric matrix are orthogonal. All the eigenvectors of a symmetric matrix are orthogonal. So x1 is orthogonal to x2, x1 is orthogonal to x3, x2 is orthogonal to x3. If it is a symmetric matrix, all the eigenvectors are orthogonal to each other. All the eigenvectors are orthogonal to each other. So that I want to write here. So let us consider x3 equal to ABC. Since eigenvectors equal to x1 is 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 x2 0 1. All the eigenvectors of a symmetric matrix are orthogonal to each other. That implies x1 transpose x dot x3 equal to 0 and x2 transpose dot x3 equal to 0. x1 transpose x3 equal to 0, x2 transpose x3 equal to 0. Now x1 transpose means 2 minus 1 1 into a b c equal to 0. And similarly here x2 0 1 1 into a b c is equal to 0. Now you simplify it. 2 into a minus is 0 is 4. Equal to 2. So how many equations, how many unknowns are there? How many equations, how many unknowns are there?
2 equations, 3 unknowns.
2 equations and 3 unknowns. 2 equations and 3 unknowns. So from this equation, second equation from here equal to minus b. From the second equation, b equal to that equation. If we put that equation in the first equation, 2a and minus b and c is nothing but minus b is equal to 0. That implies 2a minus 2b equal to 0. And so a equal to b. From this relation you are getting b. Which one is the free variable?
B.
Are you getting what I am saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here c equal to minus b, here a equal to b. So which one is the free variable? B is the free variable. B is the variable. And so what will be your x3? Tell me. x3 is equal to a, b, c. And so a equal to how much? A equal to how much? B. B equal to b. C equal to minus b. So what is the final vector? Can you tell me?
1, 1,
1 minus 1.
1, 1 minus. So this will be the eigenvector. This will be the eigenvectors. Okay. So now for symmetric matrix, if the eigenvalues are repeated, we can go for the orthogonal property of the eigenvector of the matrix, and we can able to find the other one for which the eigenvalue is repeated. Okay. So next class we will discuss some property of the matrix. Now please be online. I will check your attendance.
अभी हमारे पास
Who is there? Priyanshu Kundu is there?
Yes, sir. Present.
But why your answer is going? Let me check.
हमारी क्लास 2 o'clock है ना?
1
Unco hai. PSP class.
PSP.
Professional skills.
Nitish is there? Nitish is there? Nitish is upstairs.
Present, sir.
Siddharth is there? Yes. Yes, Jha.
Yes, sir.
You are there.
Yes, sir.
Krishna Reddy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nitish is not there.
Sir, present, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. You can leave the meeting now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.